Good morning, and thank you for joining us on this edition of Wake Up Orlando. My name is Talia Generelli, and all your top stories are ahead. But first, let's take a look at some breaking news out of Central Florida. As rocket launches grow on Florida's Space Coast, the need to upkeep the launch and landing pads being used grows as well. On February 20th, Space Coast Launch Services LLC won an $11.8 million contract from the U.S. Air Force to support the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. This contract joins a previous $11.3 million agreement between Space Coast Launch Services and the U.S. Air Force in September. Space Coast Launch Services will provide operations, maintenance, and engineering support for critical launch spacecraft and ordnance facilities. On February 6th, SpaceX used Cape Canaveral Air Force Station's landing pads to land its 2 rocket boosters simultaneously after its Falcon Heavy launch. Providing these services can help ensure Cape Canaveral Air Force Station maintains its business as a top site for rocket launches, which is a part of the $330 billion space industry. Rocket launches on the Space Coast also help attract tourists and create business opportunities for manufacturers and part suppliers. The contract has a September 30th completion date. That's all for your regional news. Let's head out to Hannah in the field for your area's pollen update.
Communicating with others this season may be a little tougher due to pollen. Scratchy throats and achoo! Unexpected sneezes will cause interruptions all around Orlando. According to experts, the Orlando area has been ranked the highest for pollen count in the nation. Dr. Jeffy Baylor, an allergy specialist in Central Florida, noted that it will only get higher. This outbreak has been caused by oak trees combined with cool nights and warm days, as well as the lack of rain and wind that helps pollination. Doctors suggest that people test their allergies to oak, dust mites, and mold. They also suggest that those with those allergies should limit the amount of time they spend outside on high pollen days. They should also keep windows closed and change their AC filters regularly. Now it's back to the station for some more Good Morning News.
In national news, Toys R Us will close another 200 shops in the U.S. Toys R Us continues in free fall after the announcement of closing 180 shops in the United States last month. The giant of the toys will close another 200 shops and will realize dismissals in mass after a disappointing sales campaign during the festive period and holidays, in accordance with the Wall Street Journal. As we have already shared publicly, our approach consists in their invasion of our business, said a spokeswoman of the company in reference to the process of restructuring in which the company is related by their bad financial situation. Also, it will have to face the polemic of non-payment settlements to the employees after closing around 380 shops around the United States. The current staff will add 4,500 places of employment that deleted to finals of the past year, leaving to the chain to the headquarters in Wayne, New Jersey, with almost the half of the shops that had before declaring in failure in September of 2017. Thank you.
The Winter Olympics wrapped up this weekend with the closing ceremonies on Sunday. Norway would take home the world title with a total of 39 medals. This is followed by Germany with 31 and Canada with 29. The United States wound up coming in 4th with a total of 23 medals. There are many memorable moments from this year's Olympic Games. At the opening ceremonies, North and South Korea marched in under the same unified flag. During the games, the teams will compete separately, but North Korea still raised eyebrows with their cheering squad of over 200 girls handpicked from the North regime. A Russian athlete is under investigation after failing a drug test in curling. Yes, the event where you sweep the ice with a broom. The athlete is awaiting the result of a second drug test. The U.S. women's hockey team beat Canada to take home the gold for the first time in 20 years. American favorite Shaun White also took home gold in the snowboard halfpipe, while Lindsey Vonn won bronze in downhill skiing. The games concluded with a beautiful closing ceremony, and the next Winter Games will take place in Beijing in 2022. Back to you guys.
Good morning, Orlando. My name is Harriet Thomas here, reporting live on Disney News. In this morning's segment, we are here to talk about the release of the name of the baby hippopotamus born at Disney's Animal Kingdom this past January. On Wednesday, February 21st, park officials announced that the hippo is indeed a boy and his name is Augustus. Augustus is the son of Tuma and is weighing in at 168 pounds. But a hippo like Augustus could weigh up to 3,500 pounds with a length of 10 to 17 feet. Park officials have already said that Augustus is very playful and is often seen alongside his mother. Dr. Scott Terrell, the Director of Animal and Science Operations at Walt Disney World, goes on to say that the cast members have been wanting to have a baby hippo for years, and so they are very excited for this new addition. They are hoping to teach guests the importance of making the world a better place for these hippos. Guests can visit Augustus and Tuma while visiting Disney's Animal Kingdom, specifically on the Kilimanjaro Safari and the Wild Africa Trek. Since the release of the news, multiple PR reports have been published, as well as tweets by Disney-officiated accounts for all to see, including the stakeholders. So look out for Tuma and Augustus on your next visit to Animal Kingdom. That's all for Disney News Now. Have a good one.